Hello there. Today we're talking Ghostbusters. I recently did a video of my collection and celebrating me getting to 100 subscribers. And in that video, I asked if people wanted to see a Transformers video or a Real Ghostbusters video next. And as you can see, the winner was Ghostbusters. So here we are with my original Ghostbuster toys from back in the day. These ones did not get purged. They did not get sold by my brother. They did not get lost in my parents' attic, and they have not crumbled into dust over time. So let's have a quick look at them and see what's going on. Here, as you can see, we have my Peter Venkman figure with what's technically known as the Blue Ghost. I'm sure they all have names, but once again I've done no research, so let me know in the comments what the ghosts are called, if they actually have real names. But we'll just call this the Blue Ghost for obvious reasons, that it's not green. Yeah, and Peter Venkman here. He was one of my favorites. I actually had two. One, this one obviously, and one where I cut the proton streams off of his proton gun. I'll show you why later. That other figure I no longer have. I donated that to a friend who was starting a collection. Well, it's a bit strange that he has these very weird green eyes that take over his whole eyeball there, but okay. It's supposed to be a little bit scary, eh? Maybe he's being possessed by a ghost. I'm not going to take his pack off, and I'm not going to put his gun in his hand, because as you can see, it's already getting stress points on it. These are extremely fragile in their old age. Well, they were fragile also back in the day. Actually, when I say they're extremely fragile, what I mean is they were badly designed. Now, here we have Egon, Mr. or Dr. Spengler, also with his full stream, but as you can see here at the top, yeah, I may have chewed it when I was a kid. Not sure what was going through my mind there. I actually have quite a few old Star Wars guns and Action Force guns that, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe I was hungry. I should blame my parents for not feeding me properly. But he has now scary blue eyes. But okay, that's my Egon figure. A little bit of paint wear on the top there, and he's getting a little bit sticky as well. I did wash them all in hot water when I originally found them in their box a few years ago, but they maybe need doing again, especially the plastic that the ghosts are made of. That does seem to get very sticky. But hey, you know, 40-year-old toys, they're still, plastic's all just gonna disintegrate in the end. Yeah, sticky, slimy.
He slimed me.
Here we have oh sorry, Egon's yellow ghost. Here we have a Ray. No, not Ray. Winston Zedmore. Again, he's got stress marks on his proton gun there, streamer. Oh, I should know the names. And he has a pink ghost. And here we have a Ray stance, and he's also got spooky brown eyes. This one, his proton pack is in better condition, but again, I must have got hungry because I've nibbled at the end of his streamer. Ooh. And he comes with Purple Ghost. Okay, so that's the main figures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these to one side, and we'll take a look at the Ecto-1. Now, here's the Ecto-1 as promised. Again, this is my original toy from when I was a kid. Now, I will say that this would also make one of my top 5 most disappointing toys. The play value, even though it did have some play value, you could only fit 2 figures inside. All the doors and everything very basically made, and they just hold on a clip here, but it grinds against the plastic and it feels like it's going to break every time you're going to open it. And the plastic is very hard. They could have put some lights in the top here, but there's nothing. You can actually see my finger in there. It came with a ghost. This one I'm going to call the Orange Ghost. It's also sticky and horrible. I think everything's going to get a good clean before it gets put back in the display. Let's put him there for now. And it came with this seat gun thing that would go on top. So technically you could get 3 figures, 2 inside and 1 on top there. But you had no space to put their backpacks, because the backpacks, the proton stream was coming out. That was why I had an extra Venkman and an extra Winston also, where I could I cut the proton streams off, and just so that I could have them in driving in the car, in the vehicle, and then have the backpacks in the back. It does have a little bit of play value. You can open the back. Yeah, he says, not done this for a long time. Please do not break. Okay, there we go. And once we open that, you can see there is room in the back there, and there is this thing in the back, which is some kind of ghost catching grabber thing. Maybe it would have been better if it had come with a ghost trap, because a physical ghost grabber like this, the ghost would obviously would just go through him, wouldn't it? Because he's a ghost. So okay, but alright, it's a toy, it's not real life. We all know that in real life ghosts would have just gone straight through this, right? Okay, but it does have this one, I was going to say really cool. Is it really cool? It's a feature. You make your own minds up if it's cool or not. You have here the exhaust pipe. You can actually move it to this position, and it moves the gears here. Let's just do that again, you see? So that when we drive it, it's now going to wind in the hook, the grabber. So let's give it a go and see if it works. Kind of put him there. Oh, well, see, that's exactly what I said. The ghosts would escape from the grabber because they can just go through it. Right, let's try again. Move the exhaust pipe over, and then this is loose. Grab the ghost, so. Move the exhaust pipe back. Move the car back over here. Is he going to go in? Yes, there he goes. Oh, see, he almost escaped again. He almost escaped again. As I said, bit of a disappointing toy. Now, that was the Ecto-1. Let's move on to something else. I also have this Fright Action Peter Venkman. I'm pretty sure it's called Fright Action. And the reason why it's called Fright Action is if you push on his hand here, woo, he's all scaredy cat. Yeah, it was a pretty cool little feature. Unfortunately, because of the mechanism, everything must be built in to make this work. Feels like there's a spring in there. It's spring loaded. Hopefully it's a spring and not some kind of elastic, otherwise that's going to break over time. Yeah, what was I talking about? I can't remember. Proton packs. He can't have a proton pack because you can't make a hole in his back because of the mechanism. You can see this one, unlike the other one, his eyes actually look a little bit more normal until he goes. He has the turquoise ghost, which is some kind of twin evil ghost thing, which can hang on his neck. But just before I made this, I realized he also has this very strange gun thing where he can hook a ghost on it, like so, which is quite amazing. We live and we learn every day. So that was my Fright Action Peter Venkman. The next thing I have in my collection is this guy. Again, I don't know what his name is and I don't know what series he comes from, but you know, if you need to know these things, everything's available on Google, I believe. You don't come to my channel for facts, you come here for my innate ramblings and nonsense. So this guy is pretty cool. He looks like a normal guy, maybe a little bit like an elderly neighbor. Goes out on his bike every day, but in the night time, that's when he transforms into this guy. So he does look like a ghost that's just thrown up, and then the motors come out of his stomach. So it's kind of scary, I guess. And then his eye scooter also transforms into some kind of ghost bug thing, which was kind of a cool feature. Actually, I think this has more play value than the Ecto 1. And there was a whole series of these things, and lots of different types. So, but I only have this one. I know there's other channels out there. I know Monkey Boy over at Monkey Boy Toys, he has a few. He's done some videos. I'll leave some links in the description. You should go and check out his Real Ghostbuster videos, because he knows what he's talking about, unlike me. Okay, and there's one more thing I need to show you. Now, the last thing I have in the action figure range, if you could call this an action figure, is this thing that was some kind of ghost popper. It came with 2 ghosts. Well, it's possible it came with more, but I only have 2 ghosts for it. Blue Ghost and Yellow Ghost. And he would sort of pop it in his mouth like that, and if you squeezed him hard enough and quick enough, he would spit him out, or not. Let's give it another go. Otherwise, there we go, and just do it quickly. No. Okay, it doesn't work anymore, but I do remember this thing working. I think, again, this was my brother's, so sorry brother, it's mine now. I will say one thing: Kenner should have made this a different colour. Having it sort of a fleshy pink and having this hole in it and having this feature. How many little boys use this for other things? Oh God, please don't say that's why everything's so sticky. Ugh.
You got slime!
Okay, so that is my Ghostbuster collection. But I do have some books that I want to talk about, so I'm going to make a part 2, which will come out after this one, which will be part 1. Okay, so thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. If you want to see Ghostbuster reviews done properly, then head over to Monkey Boy's Toys. I'll leave links in the description below. He's also recently got the Playmobil pt1 and done a fantastic review on that, so I'll leave a link to that as well. And then you can see how a review is supposed to be done, and also how the pt1 should have been done back in the day. Right, thanks again. I'll see you on the next one.